John 11:24. Lege auto he Martha. Oida hati anastasetai inte anastase inte escate hemera. Here, Martha responds to Jesus' statement that Jesus had just said to her that your brother Lazarus will rise. He will rise one day. He will rise from the dead. Martha understands this as referring to the eschatological resurrection of the last days, even though Jesus is referring to something much sooner. So we read, Martha said to him. Here we have again a narrative or historical present, very common with verbs of speech and motion. Here we have a dative indirect object, similar to what we had in the verse above, except here it is masculine singular, referring to Jesus, whereas above it was feminine singular, referring to Martha. So Martha said to him, this is what she said. She said, I know that he will rise again, that he will rise from the dead, referring to her brother. The subject of this is just implied by the ending there. It's third person singular. Same form we saw up above. This is a future middle indicative third person singular. She's essentially repeating back verbatim what Jesus has said to her, which is always, that's how you're always safe to say, yes, I believe what you said, Jesus, right? I know that he will rise from the dead, but then here's where she gets it a little wrong. She jumps to the conclusion, right? He will rise from the dead at the resurrection in the last day, right? Hemeres day, escate is last, at the last day. So she specifically thinks that Jesus' words are only referring to the last day rather than to something much sooner. Let's say one final thing about a verb here, about oida. Remember what that is? Remember that's essentially synonymous with gnosko. John uses them interchangeably. It's an old perfect. So in form, it's a perfect active indicative first person singular. But in meaning, essentially in meaning, it's a present. So synonymous with gnosko.